Hey guys, it's me, the Twilight Dash, and today I'm going to be talking about the development of Starlight Glimmer from seasons 5 to 9 in Friendship is Magic. So let's get right into it. So Starlight Glimmer first appeared at the start of season 5 in the two-parter called the Cutie Map something. I forget the name of it honestly, but basically she convinces a village of ponies that cutie marks are evil, and she also uses the this magical cave that she learned about from a Mod Pie at the time, to basically take away their cutie marks and replace them with these like two lines on their butts, I guess. But then she also hides the fact that she still has her cutie mark by basically covering up with those two lines as well. And she also does the same to Twilight and the gang, like when they arrive in the village as well. But then Fluttershy exposes Starlight as a fraud, which causes the other ponies and the main six to finally get their cutie marks back. But then, Starlight Glimmer escapes at the end and doesn't return until the last two episodes of season 5, called the Cutie Remark, where she basically destroys the cutie mark map, the cutie map, sorry, and opens a time portal to the time where Rainbow Dash first did her Sonic Rainboom, causing and prevent it from happening, causing a lot of timelines to happen, basically. One of which involves Chrysalis and the Changelings taking over Equestria. Another involves Sombra using mind control gear on ponies, and another one involving a Nightmare Moon convincing Twilight's friends to become her minions, I think. But then at the end, Twilight and Spike find out that the reason why Starlight Glimmer hates it despises cutie marks is because her best friend at the time, Sunburst, left her because of the cutie mark that he got. So Twilight convinces Starlight to basically believe in friendship and become her student, essentially. So yeah, that was the end of season 5. In season 6, Twilight basically teaches Starlight about friendship and whatnot. But then in the 6th episode of season 6, called No Second Prances, Trixie returns in Ponyville and quickly becomes friends with Starlight. But then Twilight keeps telling Starlight to be wary of Trixie because of her past. But then she quickly understands that, it's not her choice to... It's not her choice to... dictate Starlight's choice of friends, I guess, in a sense. But yeah, that was episode 6. In the 21st episode, I think, called All That She Does, Twilight and Spike leave the castle for some princess business and whatnot, and Starlight is in charge of basically learn friendship with the other ponies. But then she ends up using mind control magic on them to make them do what she wants. But then it fucks up at one point because they keep doing what she wants instead of her doing what they should do, essentially. So at the end, Twilight is disappointed, but then tells her that she needs to make the other ponies forgive her, which she does, and they forgive her at the end. But then at the end of season 6, way back and forth, I think, I forgot the name of the two-part, but basically, when Chrysalis and the Changelings returned and invaded Equestria, Starlight and Thorax are able to convince the Changelings to basically make Thorax their leader and leave Chrysalis. and also like change their appearance, I guess. But then at the end, Starlight becomes Chrysalis's like mortal enemy at the end, sadly. But yeah, that was season 6. In season 7, Twilight makes Starlight a teacher of friendship, and her first student is Trixie. And in the second episode, Trixie keeps fucking up like so many spells, and Starlight attempts to use a spell that basically balls up her rage or anger. But then at one point, her anger gets loose, and it starts affecting other ponies. So she has to admit to Trixie that she's basically pissed off at her, causing the anger to go back into Starlight. But yeah, anyways, that was episode. In the 17th episode, called "To Change a Changeling," Starlight and Trixie go to surprise Vorax in his hive, but then his older brother Ferrix, who hasn't changed yet, kidnaps them and attempts to eat them up. But then, Vorax tells him to back off, and he doesn't like how Vorax and the other changelings are basically being like so kind and whatnot. But then at the end, Ferrix changes his appearance as well. But then he also tells Vorax that Starlight was going to tell him to kick him out of his kingdom. But yeah, that was that was episode 17, I believe. I'm trying to remember now what happens. Oh yeah, at the end of in the 24th episode of season 7, called "Uncommon Bonds," Sunburst visits Ponyville and attempts to bond with Starlight Glimmer, but then he keeps bonding with the other ponies like Trixie, Twilight, and the other ponies, and that basically upsets Starlight because she basically wanted to bond with Sunburst, I guess. Also, I forgot to mention, during season 7 of MLP Friendship's Magic, there was this one Equestria Girl special called Mirror Magic, where Sunset basically goes back to Equestria to find Twilight, but then she finds Starlight Glimmer. Starlight Glimmer gives her a new book for her to contact Twilight in, but then she also convinces Sunset to let her take Starlight back to the human world to see what's like there. And then what happened was this villain, or not villain, this one character by name like Juniper Montage traps all 7 girls in a mirror that was powered by magic, essentially. And because of this, she transforms into a monster or something. I don't know exactly. And then Starlight convinces her to set them free or whatnot. But yeah, that was the Equestria Girl special back in 2017, called Mirror Magic, along with Dance Magic and Movie Magic. Anyways, yeah, she was also in the movie back in 2017, but she didn't have any like speaking roles, I think, along with Trixie as well. But anyways, in season 8, she becomes the friendship school's counselor, I guess. But then in one episode, after Discord sends a fake friendship, after Discord sends the main 6 on a fake friendship problem, he tries to become the vice mayor or whatnot of the school, but it doesn't work, sadly. Anyways, in the 19th episode of season 8, Trixie and Starlight go on a road trip in the wagon, but then they quickly start arguing because, Starlight snores a lot, apparently. And she basically trades the wagon off to this pony for a new wagon, but then the pony says, "Hey, listen, if you show me that you guys are friends, I'll give you the wagon back." Which she does. They do, sorry. Anyways, there was also an episode in season 8 I mentioned called I forgot the name of it, but basically the Q mark map tells Sunburst and Starlight to go back to their hometown, because they find out that Starlight's dad and Sunburst's father are basically having problems. Sorry, Sunburst's mom and Starlight's dad are having problems, I think. When in reality, the problem is that both Starlight and Sunburst like don't visit them anymore, sadly. But yeah, that was season 8. Also, if I mentioned, Starlight was also held captive by Cozy Glow at the end of season 8. But then Young Six saved her and revealed to everyone that Cozy Glow is a bad guy. But anyways, like, that was season 8. In season 9, she basically in one episode, she tries to help Trixie organize a party for Maud and her boyfriend, but then she keeps having to help students as well for some reason because of her job there at her job at the School of Friendship. But then she quickly understands that she needs to but then she learns that she has to let these students handle these problems on their own sometimes, because if she keeps helping them a lot, she'll basically get taken advantage of in a sense. But yeah, that was the 11th episode, I think. Episode 20, I think. Twilight basically gives the School of Friendship to Starlight, and now she's the principal of School of Friendship and has to find a vice mayor. And Trixie's one of the candidates, but then she doesn't make it, sadly. But then Sunburst gets the job as a vice mayor, and Trixie gets Starlight's old job of the school council, I guess, but not before she throws away a potted plant called Phyllis in the episode, which Starlight has been talking to like in the episode, and then Starlight goes, "Phyllis, no!" But yeah, that was it. At the end of season 9, she basically tries to fight Chrysalis, who has Grogar's bell, but then she loses. But then is set free at one point, and with the help of every creature in Equestria, they're able to defeat Chrysalis, Tyrek, and Cozy Glow and trap them in stone again. Well, not again, sorry, but trap them in stone. And then at the end, Starlight, along with Spike in the last problem, give Twilight a magical scrapbook full of memories that they had together. And funny enough, there was an episode, I believe, where they basically went back in time and whatnot to try and recreate these memories. And I kid you not, there was a shot of her changing her main style to look like season 1 Twilight. Well, I wish I had the image right now on my screen, but basically, if you don't know what I'm talking about, how do I explain it? Back in season 7, there was a joke with in the episode Triple Threat. There was a joke with Ember, where she thought Starlight and Twilight look similar, which they do, but they wouldn't believe her at first. But then in this Lost episode, would you say, or kind of like that, she basically changed her main style to make it look like Twilight. I kid you not. But anyways, yeah, at the end, Starlight becomes the principal of the School of Friendship, along with Sunburst becoming the vice mayor and whatnot. But yeah, that's my development of Starlight Glimmer. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.